What's up, Aries? What's going on? Let's get right into your reading, the reading that God has blessed for you all the way through and through. If you want to book your, thank you, Heavenly Father. If you want to book your personal with me, Aries, information is in the description box below, honey. Holler at me. Me and my sister, we we usually say to each other, holla at a player. Okay, so for some reason, this Ten of Swords and the Fool both flipped over. Okay, we're going to take the Fool. So some kind of behavior has been going on, Aries, that are, maybe it was some kind of new beginning here that just, probably started and ended quickly. You know, one of those new opportunities, new paths that seemed promising. The thing I like with the Fool card is that, we don't see how far this cliff goes, right? Is it like just 2 feet drop, or is it like 40-foot drop? You know what I mean? And I think maybe it was a 40-foot drop. We'll get more into it though, but let's see. Let's get some more cards. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so, you're still trying, still battling, still ready. The Nine of Wands is about readiness, like not letting up, not feeling like, okay, I can rest now, because, you can't. There's the Ten of Wands and it's coming. So no matter how worn, tired, and battled you are, it's still like, I got one more. King of Cups came out and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like, pretty soon here you're gonna have to, okay, this is nice. This is you and this is Leo here. The sun is 50% of you both. So, things are blossoming. You seem happy, regardless of what's happening. It's like, some people like you, Aries. You guys kind of like chaos a bit. You know what I mean? You kind of like the fight. You kind of like to argue. You like to, have some kind of action going on that will use your passion, use your energy. If things are chill, if things are too still, it's kind of like, you get a bit restless. So maybe you like this energy. You like the kind of crash and burn, the wait for another battle, the having to keep a cool, calm, collected surface, but on the inside, you're just tearing up, 1 second away from a crash out. And that's what this King of Cups is kind of like. You can trust him because he has pure intentions. He really does. He's a trustworthy person. Trust, say that to yourself. That's not easy to say. Trustworthy person. Okay? But you don't know anything about him. And if you did know about him, you would be like, how the hell are you holding all this together? You got so much going on, and it's all just kind of like crazy. So yeah, that's going to be coming up for you, honey. But again, you like it. You seem to love it. It's giving you energy. It gives you like a sense of freedom when things are like kind of crazy. This Queen of Pentacles is here. She's saying, calm down. Like the busy, the rush, the up, the down, all that is cool, but you're going to crash out for real, in a way that you don't want to. The Queen of Pentacles says, you've worked so hard, you've done so much, now you really just need to chill out for a second. Take care of you. Have a spa day or something, whether you're male or female. Go treat yourself to something that maybe costs a bit of money, but it's worth it. Like a massage, or, just go play hooky from work. Go just do something that maybe it's just for you. If you got a family, a whole, responsibilities and all that, you always take care of that. But sometimes you need to just say, okay, everybody's good. Cool. I'm going to go for a few hours and just do something that is self-care for you. Going to see a movie, going for a long drive, listening to your favorite playlist, or going to your favorite restaurant. Something that is really just for you, because yeah, you need it. All right, now this Fool, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so some kind of, at first it came out with the 10 of Swords, which is like, that done. Now the 5 of Pentacles is like, yeah, no, this wasn't, it's caused some kind of sickness, some kind of health issue, or something that, like I say, just wasn't right. It wasn't the worst thing that could have happened, but it also was far from being the best. You know, one of those things where you probably knew very quickly, nope, this ain't it. You know, yeah, you had to walk away, or somebody had to walk away, because it's like, that it could have looked like, it either could have looked like fun or it could have looked like danger. And I think because you're you might have just said, fuck it, and took that leap and realized very quickly, oh no, this is quite dangerous. You know, if this was a relationship or something like that, it could have been, okay, maybe this person might have looked okay. You know what I mean? Maybe not so much your type, but, you know, it was somebody. And so you said, okay, fuck it, I'll go for it. And then you realize this person's nasty. You know, maybe they have disease, or maybe, you know, they're just crazy. You know, maybe they did something that showed you very quickly, this person is maybe mentally unstable, or they are somebody who will stab you in the back, or somebody that will kind of, you know, is in a bad place, and you would be there with them if you would have did that. So, you know, it could have been a job. It could have been some kind of, you know, investment, something. But I think you learned pretty quickly, oh, no, let me walk away very quickly from all that bullshit. All right. 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. So, yeah, you just got to hang in there. You know what I mean? And you know that already. That's why you're on guard. That's why you're waiting. Like, one more, and then you'll get the inheritance, and then you'll get the windfall of blessings. And, you know, maybe this might even be money, or, you know, you staying and being the last soldier standing. You know, a lot of that comes with recognition, and people are like, you know what, everybody else left and you stayed. So for that, you get all these blessings, whether it be material gifts or, you know, just something that is in abundance, something that won't just be for you now, but it'll be for like your family, you know, down the long run. This is something that could really, really, really prosper you for a very long time. Okay. All right. Let's see this King of Cups. Okay. King of Wands. That's you. So yeah, I feel like, you know, even though you're going to need to kind of save face, I feel like too, that you will know that, okay, this is not something I can just jump on. This is something that I really have to wait until it's time. And when it's time, you will know. And then you can move. And then you can go and get involved and all that. But these two kings, very masculine energies. So whether you're male or female, these could be you. This could be people that are coming into your life. But they complement each other. Because the King of Cups is like, you know, you can trust me, but you're not going to know what's going on with me. Whereas the King of Wands is like, yeah, you can trust me too. And if you need me, you just say so. And I'm right there. King of Cups is the same way, but the King of Wands just moves faster. These two could be like really, really good friends. You know, they could sit on the same like councils or boards or something like that. And they usually vote the same way, or they usually think the same way. It's just, you know, one is more on the emotional side, whereas the other one is more on the action, passion side. So yeah, I feel like with what's coming up for you, Aries, you're just gonna have to, you know, play it cool until you know it's time. And then it'll be go time. And that, I'm not saying that time will be soon. You know, you might have to wait a little bit for it, but that's okay. 6 of Swords here. So you're moving away from something that was just, yeah, kind of unstable. You know what I mean? Ace of Swords, you're going to have clarity about it. Like, yeah. So with the Queen of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords, realizing when you do this moment of self-care, this time of just taking care of you, it's going to give you some instruction. Like, okay, you know what? When you just take some time to just kind of slow down sometime, you get some answers that had been there the whole time, but because you were so busy, you missed them. So when you do your self-care moment, it's going to make you realize, you know what? I don't got to be out here struggling and dealing with this back and forth toxicity and all that. Hell no. Let me go to where it's clear, easy, smooth. You know what I mean? And that's where you can prosper. And the toxicity and drama and all that, that ain't it. But where it's calm, That's where you're going to be. And you'll realize that. So your African goddess is Etete, worthiness. And she just comes to remind you, number 14, Aries, that you're worthy. You know what I mean? You're worthy of the blessings. You're worthy of the good life that you have and even desire. You know, it's just you sometimes got to make the better decisions, because wounded healer Succulent is here too. And Succulent is like, who told you that you need to be the martyr? Who told you that you got to be the one to save everybody? No, you are responsible for you. You know what I mean? God got you, you got you, and then the rest, you know, they got to fall into place. So just know that what you want, you definitely are worthy to have. It's just, you know, sometimes you got to make better decisions to do what's best for you and not drop everything for everybody else. It's nice, it's admirable, but you know, you end up suffering for that. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna close this reading, honey. I liked it for you. I hope it blessed you. Like, subscribe, share. I'll talk to you soon.